learn from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I put it in 10, now I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Indianapolis Colts. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
Break. Check, right 54. Right 54.
On first down, Freeman. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on second down. Freeman. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
24 down.
From the gun. Freeman. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw. Freeman, flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Down. 90 Wolf. Buzz. Hit it.
Play action. It's locked. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
General West.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check 9. 22 jet bomber. Whip. Watch the whip.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball. Hey, exit. Get that ball. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Let's go.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The passing game for the Colts finally gets stride, another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Hey, orbit.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. And the Lions first down.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Ready, set. Check, Mike. 61. Matchbox, light. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Sponge.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
After the interception, it's Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every. Blade of grass that allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Mike's 57. Big grip.
Throwing is Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing again is Locke. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Ready? 8, read. Keep it up, keep it up. Snap.
To the air again, Locke. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it despite all the extra contact and people around him.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll try to run this one in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
Set. 15, run. 15 line. 6-6, pull it high.
Here we go on fourth. Locke. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On 1st and 10, Freeman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Freeman. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It fights him off. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Love. Going for the right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming.
The final shot before the break. Locke to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 4th down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. So thanks to the late field. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Go! Ready?
First carry for James Conner.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
First and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie! Snap!
A shotgun snap for Locke. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Luck throwing right, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Hey, lock it! X3, 5.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Shifts past him at the 45. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Got it. Let's go.
And the Lions.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Throwing on 1st down. Freeman. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ben Banagoo in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 3rd down, Freeman into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience, and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air, Locke on 2nd down. Looking deep for Hilton. This is caught inside the 15. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fine. That's a big game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6 man.
Luck throwing again. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Bravo. 57.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down. Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a 1st down, but how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing on a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end, you've got the wing back, you might have the guy out of the back. Field, where they executed that well, really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready. They got it done.
Ready.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw. Freeman. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The first down carry here for Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Freeman. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Freeman. The left side completion to Jones. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Yeah, let's get set lunch. 22.
Operating from the gun. Freeman. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Give the sack to Komoko Toure. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Freeman. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. It cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And a 3rd down and nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Freeman steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. And some space here. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Off the bootleg, Freeman. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Freeman. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Freeman. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking it.
And Freeman lost the football. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 34-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing on 1st down. Freeman forced out to his left. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Freeman buying time to his left. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
60 Pittsburgh.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Colts, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston